Hello, my loyal subjects, and I'm back again today with the Arcana. So, let's start with Heart Hunter. Oops, that's not what I meant to put, but whatever, I'll show you anyway. But yeah, I've already got like 2 or 3 of these, like the chests. Okay, so let's go to the gallery. So we have 12 or 13 from Azura. 12 from Nadia. 13 from Julian? I'm not sure. It's a rough estimate. So I ended up getting like 2 readings from Julian or whatever. But, so I did the spin today. And now we have Nadia's birthday. So now, let's do that. Evening on a summer night, just a few years ago, music and conversation harmonize, linting on the warm breeze. The night of Countess Nadia's birthday, a modest dinner affair under the sunset outside. Inside, a pacing, sweating Julian mumbles in the dark. I'm overthinking this. I'm definitely overthinking this. He peeks through the curtain out onto the veranda. Nadia is lounging outside with a bottle of wine, and Azura, the doctor draws... Oh, and Azura. The doctor... Oh my gosh! He doesn't have an eye patch! It's a flashback. The doctor draws back, swallowing hard and exhaling through pursed lips. So, he's here too. Well, why should I be surprised? This is the best chance I'll get. But if I'm going to give it to her, I'm going to give it to her now. Give her what? Smoothing back his hair, the doctor throws open the curtain and strides confidently out onto the veranda. Out on the balcony, the Countess and Magician are seated in the nest of pillows, with 2 empty bottles and 1 half full. I don't know if I said empty bottles correctly. I don't even remember what I said. Both are staring intently at the beautifully decorated box, no bigger than the palm of a hand, which rests in Nadia's lap. You know, the most unsettling part of it all is that I think I might miss them. That's natural, isn't it? And they're your sisters. My sisters, yes. After 6 years, the chorus of their mockery yet echoes upon my mind's ear. I suppose their gifts for the past 5 birthdays have been lost in transit. Not that I mind. That makes this one more special, doesn't it? It's getting close to midnight. Don't you want to open it? Ahem. Open what? Evening, Countess Azur... Oh. Ahem. Open what? Evening, Countess Azura. Dr. Deverak! Now, isn't this a birthday surprise? Who sent you to my balconies? On this, the day of my birth, the night of my birthday. Don't tell me it was Lucio. Well, no one sent me, actually. I brought you a birthday gift. Aw, he's blushing. A gift? Oh, how thoughtful. Please have a seat. Make yourself comfortable, Doctor. Good timing. We were just thinking about starting to consider the possibility of opening gifts. Starting with that one. Ah, well, I can see why. It's wrapped so nicely. All the more reason to see what's inside. I just totally gave up on giving Ezra a voice. Fine, I am ready to open it. Thank you, Azura, as always, for your boundless patience and compassion. Oh, they didn't. What? They didn't what? What is it? A crown? It's so little. What a darling little crown. Naughty. Is that yours? From when I was an infant. Just what I've always wanted. Look, there's a note. I've got it. No. Need to get on your birthday. Oh. I've got it. No. No need to get up on your birthday. Allow me. How the heck do you even pronounce that? He makes such weird noises. Dearest Nadia, sweet child of our hearts, we hope that you enjoy resonating over your baby crown as much as we all did. You may be another year older yet, but we treasure those first precious years with you, Queen of the Baby Princesses. Missing you fondly, and then look, they've all signed it. Do they think I've forgotten their names? Give me that. Missing you fondly, huh? How nice. Nice? Nice in what way? Queen of the Baby Princesses? Oh, I thought they meant all the princesses. You were the best baby. I was the best baby. I didn't need to reminisce about it for all eternity. I see. More wine? Say when. She doesn't say when, he just overfills the glass. When? Will you be drinking with us tonight, Doctor? Why, I don't know if it'd be more of an honor or more of a pleasure, but it's definitely Is that a golden goose? Nothing less than you are, and, here you are, Naughty. The Countess blinks rapidly in surprise, as, out of nowhere, Azra presents her with an embroidered pouch. Meeting his eager gaze, she reaches inside and pulls a tightly rolled ball of leaves out into the moonlight. What is that? A gift. I made too many, but they're all different. All surprises. Oh? Surprises? What kind of surprises? That's for the Countess's eyes only. The scent is so familiar. I can't quite place it. It's lovely. Thank you, Azra. I have a feeling I shall enjoy these surprises. In the meantime, let's not keep the doctor waiting. Oh, yes, well, let me just, for you. My, you've wrapped it very carefully, haven't you? Oh! Isn't this a fine little pot? Such a, whimsical shape. A pot? What a coincidence. A coincidence? We must be spending too much time together. This is so cute. I love it. Fetching a pitcher nearby, Azra fills the doctor's pot with water and places his hands on either side. What are you... As all three lean over to watch, a bubble rises from the bottom of the pot, and then another. The water reaches a boil and settles. Steaming... Grinning, Azra... The water reaches a boil and settles, steaming. Grinning, Azra retrieves one of the grassy bundles from Nadia's pouch. You wanted to see what kind of surprises these hold, didn't you? Naughty, would you like to do the honors? Certainly. The Countess plucks the ball from Azra's palm. The Countess plucks the ball from Azra's palm and drops it into the steaming pot. It takes a moment before the leaves start to loosen and unfurl, and the bundle begins to bloom. Ah, would you look at that? It's growing. Blooming. It's blooming tea. Creeping honey rose. That's a scent, isn't it? Oh, Azra, however did you find such a thing? Well, you said they used to bloom outside your window, so, you know. Surely you didn't say you went and found them? I'll never tell. You scoundrel! I'll treasure these. Now, Doctor, this gift of yours, it's not a teapot, is it? No, it's not a teapot. It's, well, do you remember our conversation the other day? About your congestion? Your nasal suffrage? I remember, yes. You mentioned some sort of invention from home? That's right, before you was the highest height of Novivian, I hope I said that right, technology, the neti pot. The snot pot, some call it. Simply put the end of the Simply put the end of the spout up either nose. Well, instructions are included, and some fine salts to try it with, in good health. Lovely. Thank you, Doctor. I shall think of you when I use it. Neti pot. Interesting. Why didn't you say anything? What can I say? I wanted to see the surprise. And surprise, it makes a fine teapot, too. Well, no reason it can't be both. I love Julian. I can think of many reasons it can't be both, but for now, in its pristine state, I hardly mind. In fact, I'm rather eager to try the tea. Shall we have a toast? Really? Adventurous. A toast, then. To your birth yesterday, your health today, and your death a million tomorrows away. To your health. I've never heard of that one before. Oh? How do you wish birthdays? Or how do you wish happy birthdays? Well, where I come from, we sing. Sing? Sing. I'd love to hear it. Oh, do I have to sing as Julian? Well, might be the goose talking, but if it pleases the Countess. Oh, never mind. I guess it just describes his actions. As Julian starts up a wombling traditional tune, the Countess and Azra try and fail to contain their giggles. Not to be deterred, he takes on a breathy, seductive tone to finish the song, leaving them cackling. Bravo, Doctor! You are an absolute siren. I never knew you could sing like that. What other talents are you hiding? Wouldn't you like to find out? Later. I'm overheated from the vibrato. I hope I said that right. Maybe we could cool off. In the fountain? In the fountain? If you're asking my permission, that sounds ridiculous. I might just have to join you. In the fountain? How else do you expect us to recover from a performance like that? Ilya, you in? Do join us, Doctor. A moonlight splash sounds just like the end of this... Okay. Do join us, Doctor. A moonlight splash sounds like just the end to this birth night. And the dogs start barking. Just let me... I read that backwards. Let me just... These buckles... These boots... You know how to get there, don't you? We'll be waiting. Don't be long, Doctor. I just need to... Oof, I'll be right there. Hand in hand, Nadia and Azra steal off toward the garden, leaving Julian to fumble with his attachments. Cursing, one boot tucked under his arm, he stumbles off into the maze, chasing the sound of laughter. That is so cute! I love that! Oh my gosh! They were all friends, and it was all sweet, and now she wants to murder him. How sad. Okay, on with the story. Be so funny if that wasn't recording. How do you keep getting in? I know I locked up after the first time, so you've either broken in or I've got a key. Oh, he looks sad. I should have read that sad. With a click of his tongue and a ragged sigh, the doctor pulls a little key from his coat pocket. Here, if it makes any difference, you can take it. I won't be using it again. That's a promise. He waits patiently as I take the key and compare it to my others. It lines up with my key to the back room. Who gave this to you? You don't... well... Let's just say I needed to make a couple house calls after hours. My eyebrows shoot upward. House calls to Azra's room? Was he ever that ill? If he had been, would he have told me? I frown, pocketing the key and giving the doctor a wary look. Oh, I hope you don't think I'm a thief. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not that. But you wouldn't take my word for it, would you? To my surprise, the doctor shucks off his overcoat and starts to unbutton his waistcoat. He throws it open with a flutter, arms outstretched, palm up in submission. Search me. If you find anything of yours, I'll show myself to the stocks. Go ahead. Search until you're satisfied. He lowers his eyes, presenting himself for inspection. The sight makes me grow hot at the ears, embarrassed. Pat him down. I think I will. His face. From the stun look on his face, he didn't expect me to take him up on it. You're just full of surprises, aren't you? Well then, don't be shy. I promise I'll be good. That just could be taken so wrong. I step closer, eyes roaming over his body, unsure of where to begin. Oh my god. I regret my decisions. I'm gonna go with the arms. I gingerly run my hands down one of his arms. I can feel how cool his skin is, even through the thin material of his shirt. I've never been this close to him before. There's barely a sliver of space between us. The leather of his glove creaks as he flexes the lean muscles of his arm under my hand. Oh, you have such lovely hands. You can squeeze a little harder. You know I won't mind. He tries to flirt and then he turns bright red. True to his brazen words, he bites his lip when I press more firmly on his other arm, but he doesn't protest. He's like, so embarrassed. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you up close in broad daylight before. You're stronger than I realized. I'd love to get a good feel for you. Oh my god. He reaches for me, clever fingers wrapping around my wrist and tugging, trying to close that last inch between our bodies. Smack his hands away or please stop moving. Oh dear. I regret my decisions. Please stop moving. Please stop moving. He pauses mid-motion, tilting his head curiously. So polite. I could take a little rough handling, you know. You could take more liberties with me. His tone is provocative, but the look in his eyes is almost eager. Oh my gosh. I take a step back, catching my breath. Julian blinks quizzically at me. Done so soon? Why, you've only just started. You haven't even checked my other side yet. He's baiting me. But he's right. I haven't checked his back yet. I circle behind him and he twists around to watch me, not letting me out of his sight. His eye is bright with interest. My cheeks warm under his shameless stare. I had no idea you were so hands-on. How daring of you. Aren't you afraid someone will see? Back off. Why would I back off? Did I say you could move? No. You didn't. Then turn back around. He complies without hesitation. I can see the tips of his ears turn red. Interesting. A fine tremor goes through him while I slide my palms down his back. Besides, shouldn't you be more afraid of someone seeing? Well, I suppose that's true. I run my hands over his hips, checking his pockets and stop when I feel an unexpected hard edge. Don't worry about that. It's a knife, hidden in his pocket. Oh my gosh, no. Why? But I am happy to see you. I can show you if you'd like. Can I slap him? Just lightly? I don't know how to read that. He's incorrigible. But I can feel him nervously shifting his weight. I walk back around to his front, trailing one hand over his hip. I forgot to turn off my notifications. Ignore that. He sways in my direction, but holds himself still with a visible effort. Are you done? Almost. You'd better tell me what you were really looking for. You're very persistent, aren't you? And, thorough. Answer the question. Julian's throat bobs when he swallows, and he lets out a slow, shaky sigh. I was looking for answers. But I didn't find any, not the ones I wanted. All right, I believe you. Huh? Wait, really? Really. That's a terrible idea. You shouldn't take anyone at their word. Least of all me. But, well, I do hope you're satisfied. I would just hate to disappoint you. He retrieves his overcoat with a showy flourish and slips it back on. Well, I'm sure you have things to do, so I'll be getting out of your way. He takes a wide step, contorting his long form around me to pass. Dr. Deverak, take care now. If the powers that should ever entangle us again, call me Julian. His broad grin takes only a second to fade before shock takes over his features. Bristling at the nape, I look carefully over my shoulder. Ooh, this is bad. Portia, she must have come to find me, but she pays me no attention at all. All of her focus, the suspended disbelief in her wide eyes, is on the man beside me. When she speaks, oh no, this is gonna be so awful. The quiet word that escapes her sounds different, an unused voice from the depths of her heart. Ilya? Portia stumbles, then runs to the steps. I back into the wall as she throws herself at the doctor. Ilya, is that really you? Oh no! She's crying. Oh, baby. I hope that's happy tears. Her shaking hands come to either side of his face. His eye starts to shine. I notice and wonder. It's me. You. Oh no. I don't like this. I don't like seeing her cry. You bastard. What are you doing here? Out in the open? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Oh no. She's worried about him. Her fingers curl, tugging at his ears and drawing a shameful wince. You've grown up strong, Pasha. I'm sorry I wasn't there to see it. Oh, I'll show you sorry. You're unbelievable. Jessica. Spotted. I can only offer Portia a curious look. She releases Julian's ears, tugging him off the stoop. I'll catch up with you later. Without further ado, Portia hauls the floundering doctor away to an alley nearby, leaving me to ponder. Didn't they seem like family? I enter my shop and head straight for the back room. My curiosity has concocted a theory. I don't know. The Countess believes a possession of Julian's is all I need to find him. Perhaps a possession of Azra's will be enough to call him to me. Ooh. I could go to the pool at the fountain again, in the palace gardens. If I bring something with meaning to him. For some time I linger over his possessions, his clothing, magical relics, confronted by his smoky scent. But it's the strangest thing. I try to feel it out, but none of Azra's things carry even a trace of his sparkling magic. Before I know it, the sun is high in the sky. A distant clock tolls the hour, shocking me to my feet. The announcement! I can already hear a crowd roaring in the distance. Biting my lip in vexation, I abandon my venture and close up shop, headed for the city square. Ahem! Hear ye, hear ye. This is an announcement from the palace of your Countess Nadia. The square is densely packed with people, smaller folks and latecomers circling the perimeter for a better view. I join them, sliding carefully amongst the buzzing crowd. A pleasant smell I can't place is wafting from nearby. On the eve of the passing of your most glorified Count Lucio, the Countess will open the palace gates. That's right, folks. All are invited not to mourn, but to celebrate the spirit of the dearly departed Count. A ripple of loud excitement passes through the crowd. At its edge, I follow the familiar scent, myrrh. The leather pouch dropped on my shop's doorstep comes to mind, and then I come upon a figure, hulking in size. Oh, he's the one that left it. Their eyes are shadowed under a hood and heavy brow. I hope he doesn't talk. At least for this part, because I can't do a voice for him. Through the excitement in the square is growing, the figure looks more like a hair binger? I don't know, of despair. Not all. It'll be a masquerade like no other before. Spread the words. Tell your friends. You won't want to miss this. As the crowd erupts in chatter, the massive stranger moves down a side street, escaping with a scent of myrrh. The stranger's lumbering pace is easy to match. I catch up halfway down the street. Hey, where are you going? They turn slowly as if they dread the sight of me. A voice like thunder rumbles from the robes. Blindly to the slaughter, just like the rest of you. What do you mean? Please speak plainly. It doesn't matter what I say. My words won't last. They never do. The stranger shuffles away, chains rattling. My thoughts race. If they left the protection spell at the shop, did Azra send them? Are you serious? I just needed 5 more coins. Do you see this? 5 more coins, and I would be able to follow Muriel, or however you pronounce his name. Ugh. The only reason I know his name, though, is like Heart Hunter or whatever. I could have followed him. I don't know. But anyway, so the next episode will be when I get 5 coins, which will probably be later, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and yeah, can't wait to see what happens in the next part. But till we meet again, my loyal subjects, see you in the next video. Bye!